In terms of estate planning, kind of like insurance, how I walk through, you need regular reviews of it. Estate planning is definitely not set and forget. So here's some instances where you need to revisit your estate planning. So if you get married, any previous wills are void. Like, it's pretty huge. I follow an estate planning lawyer on social media, and she basically at the same table she signed her wedding certificate, she signed her updated will. So she had it already prepared and signed it straight away. That's pretty nuts, but there's an example of it's relevant, right? Also, if you get into, you don't need to be married. You could even get into a de facto relationship, and it needs to be updated, your wills and estate planning. If you get divorced, or if you go through a relationship breakdown, you also need to reconsider your estate planning, because it's probably not going to be appropriate. If you get sick, or if you get COVID, or if you think you might get COVID, you do need to get that stuff sorted. My grandfather, sillily enough, was signing bloody power of attorneys and wills on his in hospital. Like, silly. If you have a baby, and again, all these things might not mean you need to do the process again, but you need to check it's still appropriate. So if you're going to have kids in the future, we can set up the will so that it accounts for that. We don't need to mention their exact names, but it's good if you have a child, make sure it still makes sense. If you're about to travel, so we've had clients, they're going on a pretty extensive trip, or they might be going to some questionable countries, and so they might sort that stuff out before they leave. If you inherit money, or you increase your wealth a fair bit, like let's say when you do your wills initially, your balance sheet might look like $500,000, and then a few years later it might be $1 or $1.5 million. You do need to make sure that your estate planning keeps up with your wealth and your structures as well. And then this one here is, what do you call it? The sand timery things. There's a name for them, but hourglass. Yeah, that's it. So that icon is basically saying, if time passes, you still need to check this stuff. So I reckon at least every 3 years that you need to just check it's still relevant.